Guys, I found another very big piece of evidence suggesting that this Bitcoin price is in the final stages of this final bottoming phase right here. Look at this, guys. We're now on the phase E phase, which is this right here. And look at how similar that Wyckoff distribution schematic is playing out very exactly to the point we're here, and that final step for that bottoming around this level. And also, guys, I'm going to be speaking about, does historical Bitcoin bottom index indicators still work during these times? Almost everyone is bearish. That means bottom in. Wyckoff distribution schematic, updated Bitcoin bottom, total lunar eclipse coming very soon. I'm gonna be speaking about that, guys. Bitcoin bottom before the star market bottom. So stay tuned in today's cryptocurrency Bitcoin technical analysis YouTube video, guys, to find out exactly what is the Bitcoin price going to do here in the short term and midterm, guys. And yeah, guys, hello guys, and welcome to Crypto Solutions, here to help you make the best decisions in cryptocurrency and the cryptocurrency technical analysis. In today's Bitcoin technical analysis YouTube video, guys, we're gonna be talking about here the Bitcoin price is getting ready for the final bottoming structure to play out, which is very it's just so beautiful. Look at this, guys. This can't get even almost more perfect in regards of technical analysis. Look at this, guys. Buying climates here, buying climates, automatic rally. It's just wow. It's so perfect the way it is playing out right now, guys. Since the previous all-time highs, look at this, guys. First, we have this buying climates, then selling climates right here, automatic rally, new all-time highs, and then eventually losing the support lines, and that final capitulation to the downside is very close to being met. So according to the schematic, which is a very reliable schematic, because usually Wyckoff distribution schematics are very good in regards of determining where the market is most likely going when going to the large time frames, such as the daily time frame and many different time frames. But in summary, this is the closest one right here, because it's just, look at that, guys. Buying climates and then all-time highs in the Utah test right there, and exactly it's exactly playing out how the Wyckoff method works. It's perfect, guys. It's just, and right now this is this is perfect. This is playing exactly in accordance to even the total lunar eclipse, which I'm going to be talking about, guys. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna show you guys this final capitulation to the downside. So first, guys, I'm gonna go here into the Bitcoin price right here, and it has been some time, guys, since I have covered the Bitcoin technical analysis in a YouTube video, guys. Leave a like, comment, and share this YouTube video with your friends, guys, and share this with people that follow and know about cryptocurrency, because this is a very important video in regards of the short-term and mid-term markets. I really appreciate your support, guys, and you guys are awesome. Any gender, you're awesome. You're great. So leave a like, comment, and share these YouTube videos, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, guys. It helps the algorithm and also helps this video to reach more people using the beautiful YouTube algorithm, guys. So yeah, guys, so the last times I was speaking about this Bitcoin price, I'm gonna delete these lines because I'm gonna show you guys since the last time we spoke about this. So one of the last times, it has been more than a month since I published a Bitcoin technical analysis YouTube video, guys. So right here, guys, here I'm gonna delete these lines over here. This was so long ago. right here. Just a second here, guys. I'm seeing right here this patterns right here. So first I want to cover this because I'm going to change charts right here. Just a second. Okay, guys, so from the last video, still this Bitcoin price is following this a bear flag pattern. Boom, very beautifully right here. It has not been invalidated just yet. And look at that beautiful retest as a resistance, continuation, and now it's consolidated around this level right here. And this is very interesting, guys, because if you put this in an inverted scale, I'm gonna put it so you're gonna see that this is so clear that this is a bear flag. I'm gonna put this in invert scale. Look at this. It's just look at how beautiful. Boom. This will be the bear flag, and boom, retest, higher high here in the inverse scale, and now consolidation. And at the same time, it's forming like this rising wedge, which is in the invert scale. So this will be like a falling wedge in the normal scale. So I'm gonna show you guys here. Boom. It formed like this falling wedge also right here. Boom. So let's see here, guys. Support here, resistance, support, resistance, support. It broke out, and now it's potentially going to retest this $19,688 level right here. So yeah, guys, right now the Bitcoin price is showing a little bit of bullishness in the short term, but at the same time, in regards of midterm, you right now this is one of the key details you have to keep in mind. This bear flag, which is not right now, it's playing out very almost perfectly right there. I would say perfectly. Yeah, almost perfectly. So yeah, guys, right here you're seeing that for this bear flag to get invalidated, the Bitcoin price has to do a move like this, like go at least to around this $26,500 level, like do something like this for then to be, for this bear flag to be invalidated. But right now, using the falling wedge right here, the Bitcoin price is supposed to, according to the falling wedge, go to the top of this. This will be the price target around this $25,000 level right there. That will be the price target, which is not a guarantee because remember, right now this is a bearish trend. Remember, guys, like I said before, lower highs in the macro scale, lower lows in the macro scale. That's a downtrend. Downtrends usually very bullish patterns most of the times will not complete. So it can do something like this, reach half of this movement and eventually roll over, or it can roll over right here and do something like this. But if it manages to just go to the target, it will be right here around this $25,250 level. That will be the bullish target right there. But still, I would count more on this bear flag right here, okay? Because in downtrends, bearish patterns are more likely to complete until the trend changes. But right now, the trend is on to the downside. So right here, guys, I mentioned in my last like 5 Bitcoin technical analysis YouTube videos, in one of those, or various some of it in different videos of the Bitcoin technical analysis, I mentioned that if the monthly time frame closes a monthly body candle close below this level, which will be the previous all-time high, I mentioned that this Bitcoin price was most likely going to go to the downside. And look at this, guys, it almost closed a second monthly candle below this blue line right here, okay, right here, this $19,680 level right here. I'm gonna delete some lines right here because there's a lot of lines right here, but I want to put it just in a summary. I'm gonna change charts just a second. I'm gonna put here another chart right here. Okay, this one here. This one is the one I'm personally using right here also. And look at this, guys. So this includes the bear flag, and also the very interesting thing in the macro scale, this is a huge falling wedge. Look at this, guys. Look at this. It's just wow. You got this support, resistance, support, and consolidating right here. If the Bitcoin price wants to pump to the upside, this will be the immediate resistance around this $27,000 level, and then it will decide if it's going to get rejected there, or if it's gonna break that resistance and complete the macro falling wedge pattern, which will be the previous all-time high around that $69,458 level right there. But right now, I would say that that's not the most likely scenario at this moment. Right now, since it there's a lot of things that we're going to be speaking about this in this video, guys. So let's see here, guys. I'm gonna show you charts one more time. Just a second here. It's just there's a lot of things right here. So according to this, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna delete some lines over here. And let's see here. I'm gonna delete also this line over here. There. So remember, guys, in the macro scale, we still have this massive like double top pattern right here, which will be this double top. This will be the neckline, and it broke down, and the target is all the way down around $12,000. That's a massive macro double top, which hasn't been completed just yet. Also, if you want to count this like rising wedge pattern like this, this has a price target all the way down around $14,500. That also is in play. You have this macro bear flag, which I already mentioned before, boom, that has a price target all the way down around this $14,250 level. That's another macro pattern which hasn't been completed just yet, and they're on their way from what I'm seeing here. And also, let's see here, and that would be the three main bearish patterns right there. And right here, the bullish ones will be this falling wedge right here, support, resistance, support. If it gets rejected around this $25,500 level, if it manages to go up there and get rejected, then it can go down to this $14,000 and still maintain this massive falling wedge as support. So that's another thing you can look at also. Right now, in the immediate short term right here, this falling wedge which formed right there, look at how beautiful that is right here. Support, resistance, broke out. It may retest this as support and then maybe complete that falling wedge pattern. Price target around that $25,250 level. But first, in order for that to happen, this Bitcoin price has to break above this. Using the Fibonacci retracements, look at this, guys. This is the daily time frame, and boom, and now here, there, look at this. It's getting rejected exactly at the golden pocket right there. As I mentioned, guys, retrace, you get usually to that 0.618 and that 0.65 Fibonacci retracement, and then if it wants to continue going higher, it is supposed to break above this resistance and then go higher. Right now, it's getting rejected perfectly around that golden pocket, which is around that $21,025 level with 52 cents, and also $21,174 with 25 cents right there. And right now, guys, this has a potential dead cat bounce scenario also, because look at this, guys. This is also playing out a bearish divergence in the daily time frame. I'm gonna show you guys. Look at this. Lower highs right here in the RSI, higher highs in the Bitcoin price. That's a bearish divergence, and that's in the daily time frame, which is big. It's enough. If it's a it's a big time frame in regards of making a decent move in regards to the downside when it's a bearish divergence. and if it's a bullish divergence, it also has a good percentage move to the upside also. So right here, look at this. Oh yeah, guys, also this double bottom scenario right here, which is also in play right now, but it's showing weakness. This will be like the W pattern. Boom, this will be the W pattern, the double bottom pattern right here. So the neckline will be exactly that Fibonacci retracement, that 0.5, around that $20,477.09 right there. And right now the Bitcoin price is hovering around that level, which is not good, because if usually with breakouts to the upside or in the patterns, usually the support which you're supposed to hold for the pattern to complete, or the resistance in the inverse case, you're supposed to respect the support line. The more you don't respect it, even if you're above that, the more likely it is for this to be a fake out to the downside. And also the bearish divergence, and also you got this moon cycle indicator right here, which is right now in the full moon, which is negative energy, has also another reason why this may go to, more likely it's going to the downside. Let's see right here, the support lines will be here. Oh wait, oh okay, yeah, so this is a CPR monthly pivot points. So usually, wow. Okay, so right now the most likely guaranteed scenario, like this is going to retest first this $20,210 level, and then it's going to decide if it's going to go down or up. But in the immediate short term, usually these monthly pivot points, you see these blue points, guys, every single month. For the meantime, this blue lines form, and usually the Bitcoin price likes to first touch those blue lines when the month starts, and then after touching those blue points, then it decides if it's going to go down or up. But it is almost a guaranteed scenario that this is going to retest at least this $20,210 level before deciding if it's going to go to the downside or upside down. Wow. Yeah, I wanted to point that out, guys, right there. And okay, guys, so that would be the immediate short term what I'm seeing right here, guys. Also, I want to talk about the different things. So does historical Bitcoin bottom indicators still work during this time? So guys, I would say that historical Bitcoin bottom indicators, when you know how to search for the right one, most of the times it works. But I have my experiments right now, because right now where we are in an environment where the Bitcoin price has never been before, and it is not any ordinary scenario. It's a deflationary scenario for the US dollar, and usually the Bitcoin is a inflation hedge. So when you have the Federal Reserve not printing more money, which is inflationary scenario, and now it's the opposite, I would say that the Bitcoin price is not going to act the same until that changes, because remember, one of the biggest key points for the Bitcoin asset is for it to be an inflation hedge. And right now it is not an inflation hedge, right? So the Bitcoin price, it is not an inflation hedge. Bitcoin is an inflation hedge. The thing about this is that right now, this is a deflationary scenario, which the Bitcoin price is clearly showing weakness. And I would say that those Bitcoin bottom indicators only work in inflationary scenarios. I would say, I would give credit. It is a very, very good indicator. Most of those Bitcoin bottom indicators, there's a lot of them. There's the pi cycle bottom indicator. There's also the hash ribbons indicator, which are also very good bottom indicators. But remember that almost all of those Bitcoin bottom indicators have been in inflationary scenarios. Right now, we're in a deflationary scenario, and also the stock market has more downside. to go. Has more room to the downside. So um so this Bitcoin bottom scenario, I would say that it has a more likelihood to go to the downside. This is not the bottom, I would say, in my personal opinion, according to the evidence I'm seeing right here. Very clear right here. The Wyckoff distribution scenario, we're on phase E. We're right here. So we're literally on the almost the last, literally the last step. I'm gonna show you guys again this chart right here. This is the one. Let's see right here. No, this is the other. This one. This one. Literally, we're on this stage, and boom, one more downside. And yeah, that is the most likely scenario. Also, there's a total lunar eclipse coming, which is usually a bearish term for the Bitcoin price historically. So the lunar eclipse, I will mark it. It is on November 8th, according to the total lunar eclipse phases. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna mark it. Let's see here. So it's here. Here will be the eclipse, and that's after a Shemitah, and that's also during the start of the Jubilee. And wow, that will be the come on. Let's see here. And this will be, it will be on November 8th, but remember, it doesn't have to be exactly November 8th that for the effect to go through. It can happen between November 4 and November 8th. That would be the realistic time frame. And guys, personally, guys, I'm expecting this boom just because of there's also technical indicators right here indicating that, but I would say there will be a huge, massive move to the downside because of the total lunar eclipse, especially the negative energy here in the full moon. You got right there. You got also the rejection on that 0.618 and that 0.65 Fibonacci retracement. You got the bearish divergence in the RSI, lower highs in the RSI, higher highs in the Bitcoin price. This is the daily time frame right here. And so yeah, most of that massive bearish movement, I would expect it to go through this time frame, like something like this. That's what I'm expecting. Okay, guys. It doesn't mean it has to happen, but that's what most likely is going to happen. Based on history and how the Bitcoin price it tends to move during those total lunar eclipses. Like for example, the last time we have a total lunar eclipse, let's see, it was around like this. Let's see here. This was a total lunar eclipse. Let's see here, this one, December 4. This was one of them. Massive downside. And around at the start of the year, that was the last one. So it was right here during that Luna collapse right here. You had that massive downside for most of the altcoins. And let's see here, guys. Just a second. Okay, yeah, it was around those levels. Yes, it did around the Luna. It was around here. Around this time frame, there was a total lunar eclipse around like May 10, May 15, something like that, right around here, and boom, continuation to the downside. And right here, using the Wyckoff schematic, it makes so much sense for that to be met. Let's see here. So right here, guys, that's what I'm seeing right now using the Bitcoin price right here. Let's see here. So almost everyone is bearish bottom in. So in regards of most people being bearish, it doesn't mean that it's going to do the opposite, because remember, during bull markets, what are most people feeling? Bullish. And I'm gonna show you guys. During this time frame, a lot of people were bullish, and just because most people were bullish doesn't mean that, oh, now it's time to sell because most people are bullish. You have to know technical analysis to determine combining market sentiment with also the charts, because just because most people think that, for example, during periods, when most people think around these time frames, oh my gosh, the Bitcoin price is going to go to the upside, most people were bullish around this level. So look at this, it kept going higher. So just because right now a lot of people are bearish right now doesn't mean that this bottom has come. Okay, it's that doesn't mean that right now, because I remember that even during this time frames, even around this time frame right here, most people were not bearish. They were like almost 50-50. And here was the time frame where a lot of people now started to get bearish. And I still think that even when most people are bearish right now, I think that this is going to have one more downside target right here to then eventually rebound. And that's another reason why I think that even when most people think that the Bitcoin price is going to the downside, remember guys, what most people think in the markets is not going to happen. Okay, but it can go something like this. Most people are expecting like $10,000 for the Bitcoin price. Like when that level, that's $17,650 level, when it breaks, most people are going to be looking at this $10,000 level, because that's like a round number and it's very close. But most people don't know technical analysis. So the most likely scenario, according to the patterns like I showed you before, guys, we have three massive bearish patterns. Like, wait, four. We have four, guys, because the double top, we got the rising wedge, we got the bear flag, we got the Wyckoff distribution schematic. It's the downside level, most likely, it's going to be at least $14,500 for the Bitcoin price, at least $14,500, at least. And the right here, guys, this will be around $14 as very strong support. And if that can't hold, then expect for the Bitcoin price to go to that $12,500 levels. And yes, when the Bitcoin price gets to these levels, which also will maintain this massive falling wedge, which is also a very important thing to keep in mind also. I would say most people are gonna expect $10,000, and then when it breaks this, when the Bitcoin price breaks this $17,580 level, it may most likely go to that $14,000 level and then rebound and not go to 10,000 and still make most people wrong. This and the same happened in the upside, guys. Most people were thinking that the Bitcoin price was going to $100,000. Around this period, most people were bullish, and boom, they were correct. It kept going higher, and around these levels, okay, 100,000 rejection. Okay, now 100,000, and still, a lot of people was still bullish around these time frames. Enough people were were bullish, and made a new higher high right there. So that's why, guys, just because most people think something is going to happen doesn't always play out in the opposite way. You have to combine technical analysis and summary to find out exactly when. And right now, I have a lot of different ways to determine that. So showing you in these videos, guys. So yeah, guys, that's what I think about. Does historical Bitcoin bottom indicators still work during these times? I would say they're very useful. Right now, I would put a question mark if it's going to work now. I would say no. There's a lot of I already explained why. And almost okay, almost everyone's bearish bottom in. I already explained that. Wyckoff distribution schematic, I already explained that. Updated Bitcoin bottom. And yeah, so I already talked about the total lunar eclipse. Okay, the updated Bitcoin bottom. Okay, so in regards of the Bitcoin bottom, this is a very interesting scenario, guys, because this will be also an answer to this Bitcoin bottom before the stock market bottom. That will be also, I will talk about that. So, okay, so the updated Bitcoin bottom. Okay, let's see right here. So I want to show you guys that right now I learned something from Benjamin Cohen, which is very interesting in regards of the bottoming for usually most of the markets. Usually that comes in summary when the unemployment rate gets higher. Like let's say in average 8%, that would be a very good scenario for the interest rates to start cutting. Because remember guys, you have to in order to find out what most likely the Federal Reserve is going to do, you have to know exactly what are the limits to their actions. So you have to know exactly what are they looking for them to take action in different times. So one of those key details from what I'm seeing in regards of that Bitcoin Coin video, which is he goes on with combining the unemployment rate with the interest rates. It's a very very interesting video, and yes, it's very useful. In summary, usually the almost literally the bottom for this usually stock market, I would say S&P 500 and Nasdaq, comes when that unemployment rate keeps going higher, like let's say more than 5 to 8%. I would say more than 8%. Right now the unemployment rate is around 3%, 4%, almost new lows for the unemployment rate in the United States. And that's one of the reasons why the recession hasn't come through yet in regards of the bigger recession that it is coming. So in summary, the bottom for the stock market is going to come when the 8%, around 8 to 15% range for that unemployment rate. That would be the range in which the Federal Reserve will before that they will start cutting rates. Usually, just because they start cutting rates, it doesn't mean that the Bitcoin price is now going to go up automatically and the market is going to go up. No, it takes time. Usually when the interest rates get cut off, it takes around almost 1 to 2 years for that bottom to signal. And usually almost after 1 year of the interest rates being cut off by the Federal Reserve, then you see most likely that bottom around that 1 year time frame, combined with the unemployment rate. That's a very most almost perfect way to determine when is the bottom coming in. So right now, interest rates are still not being cut off. So that means there's almost another year for this to play out. So the big question is, will the Bitcoin price bottom before the stock market, or will the Bitcoin price bottom with the stock market? And that's the key question, which is not that easy to answer. But right now, the closest answers we have is using the patterns we have here, like I showed you before. The Wyckoff schematic, the after effect of the Shemitah, the start of the Jubilee year, the schematic. We have here the massive falling wedge as support right here. We have the bearish, let's see here, double top, rising wedge, bear flag, and potential dead cat bounce scenario right here, total lunar eclipse right here, and we're again in the phase E part of the Wyckoff schematic. And the stock market has more downside to go. It's just, I would say the Bitcoin bottom is not in. That's my opinion according to what I'm seeing here realistically. Okay, right here. And yeah, guys, right now, that's what I'm seeing right now at the Bitcoin price. And yes, I would expect a movement to first fill this level, is $17,588 level, because there's a huge wick right there, and usually the Bitcoin price likes to close daily body candle closes filling most of this candle, or most of this wick, before signaling a bottom. Quickly, I want to show you guys why. What do I mean by that? This was the bottom for the previous bull cycle of the Bitcoin price. Look at this. As soon as this was the wick, and this was the bottom right there. Boom. Usually the body candle closes will close in the daily time frame, will close most of that wick before signaling that bottom. That's what usually happens. That's one bottom right there. I'm gonna show you guys the previous bottom right here, and here. Let's see here. Boom, and retest around these levels. This time frame, the Bitcoin price was just a lower market cap, but as the years has gone through, now, since this is a bigger market cap, now it is being less huge wicks to the downside. So expect for a bottom for the Bitcoin price to come when this is an indication. It doesn't guarantee it, okay, but it is a reference right here. Right here, when the body candle closes in the daily time frame, closes most of the wick in the bottom, that would indicate the bottom in that case. In summary, the daily body candle close has to close most of the wick. It usually, the Bitcoin price, when it signals a bottom, it doesn't leave a huge wick, for example, like this, because these wicks eventually get most of those wicks get retested eventually. If it leaves a huge wick like this and eventually gets retested with a daily body candle closing most of the wick. Okay, this was the exception because of the C dump right there. And yes, if during the C dump that happened, it can happen again here if it's going to do a V-shaped recovery, which I think that's not going to happen, because the Federal Reserve is not going to just start printing more money as same as before, as fast as it did before in this economic scenario, because in this economic scenario the inflation rate is high. During this C dump, the inflation rate was not high, so it wasn't that high. So that's why they pumped the markets to extend the inevitable recession, right? And yeah, this has been a long video, guys. I wanted to explain a lot of things what I'm seeing here, because it's been a lot of time. Also, I remember another thing right here. I said, guys, when the Bitcoin price closes a monthly body candle close below this $19,691 level, then expect for the Bitcoin price to continue going higher. Look at this, it rebounded. That's very interesting. In that case, I would say right now, since this rebound, I would say it again, okay? When the Bitcoin price closes another monthly body candle close below this 19,600 and $92 level, let's see here. So it is when the Bitcoin price closes a monthly body candle close below this $19,704 level, then I would say continuation to the downside, and one of the immediate supports will be around this $14,000 level. And then if that $14,000 can't hold, expect for the Bitcoin price to go to that $12,525 level. And if the Bitcoin price can't hold that as support, then expect for the Bitcoin price to go to that around $10,000 level, even as low as $9,772. That would be the one of the worst case scenarios, but that's not the most likely one. Right now, I'm personally expecting around that $12,550 level to that $14,500 level. That will be the range I'm looking for that Bitcoin bottom to most likely come through. Okay, it's not a guarantee, but that's the most likely scenario. That's what I am expecting. Okay, right now, that's what I'm seeing right here. Let's see here in the 2 monthly time frame. Looking at the 2 monthly time frame, the body candle closes are respecting this previous all-time high very clear right there. They're being respected, but wick, boom, can do something like that very quickly. So you have to watch for that, guys. But yeah, guys, in summary, that's the most of the outlook I'm seeing here in the Bitcoin price. This has been an extensive video because I wanted to update you guys with all the almost all the different aspects of what is most likely going to happen. And yeah, guys, thank you so much, guys, for watching this YouTube video, guys. If you enjoyed this YouTube video, guys, leave a like, comment, and share this YouTube video with your friends. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Crypto Solutions, if you haven't subscribed yet, guys. And also, guys, don't forget. And also, guys, click the bell notifications to stay ahead in the cryptocurrency market using my technical analysis YouTube video, guys. And in the next video, most likely, I'm going to be talking about the updated version of the Shemitah, like a part 4, explaining what I'm expecting in regards of the macro bottom for the general stock market, and with the data and the evidence of what I'm saying, using the unemployment rates and the interest rates. And yeah, guys, and also, guys, also you can support my YouTube channel by clicking in the Patreon link in the description below, where you can get an elite, a VIP crypto investor membership, where you can get an immediate short-term buy opportunities, immediate short-term selling opportunities, live weekly long-term cryptocurrency price updates, Bitcoin tops and Bitcoin bottoms with certainty in the short term and in the long term. Also live updates, my buying targets, my selling targets. And thank you so much for watching this YouTube video, guys. Have a nice day, guys. Take care, guys, and peace out, guys.